Hey everyone, welcome to Marketing in Minutes, where in 20 minutes or less, we want to help you clarify your message, grow your brand, or move your business forward one smart decision at a time. Today,
Chit.
Nice.
That's the song.
Way to go, Ryan. It's awesome. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about websites. Giant pool of information to talk about. Specifically, I think I'd like to talk about, because we talked about Story Brand a few weeks ago, I want to talk about the messaging on websites. The first question I'd like to ask is, if you only had a consumer, customer, client on your website for 8 seconds, what are the most important things they should see in those first 8 seconds?
8 seconds would be a long time.
Yeah.
That would be so much time. But the thing that I would tell everybody is you have to lead with pain point. Help people understand how you meet their need. And if you can't do that, if someone can't, spend a couple seconds on your website, close out of the website, and then in a sentence or two, explain how you solve a need for them, you haven't communicated effectively on your website.
Yeah. How do customers, consumers, actually use websites? And how is that different from how we think they use websites?
Yeah. So there are lots of different kinds of websites, and there's tons of complexity around different what different companies need in different industries and some of that stuff. But in general, when we're making websites, if we're remaking a website, if we're taking an existing website and giving them something new, I would say that on average, we are eliminating somewhere between 50 and 90% of the language that was on the last website. Sometimes when you go to create a website, there's this sensation, and maybe in all marketing, I think this is true. I need to say everything right now, and I need to say it all right here.
Otherwise, they're going to miss it.
Otherwise, they're going to miss it.
Yeah.
And so we end up putting way too much information on. And if the amount of information and the way that information shows up on a website, if that makes somebody feel overwhelmed, they will self-select out very fast. The dog needs to be walked anyway, right? I got to go pick the kids up from school. Dinner's almost ready. Like they'll find some excuse to not engage. But if you give them enough information to know that you meet their need, that you are the expert that is going to help them get to the end better, they will give you more time.
Yeah.
And so my favorite way to build a website, and again, there's lots of variables here, but my favorite websites are single scroll websites. So rather than landing on a website and having a whole bunch of pages that you can click around and navigate to, that you actually control, it's almost like you're controlling a sales pitch. And as people work their way through your website, you are slowly and effectively answering questions that they might be feeling right before they have them. And so it takes really understanding your brand. It takes understanding what your kind of value proposition is, and then knowing how to communicate that in a really winsome, effective, clear kind of way.
Awesome. How long should a website last?
I would say that a website could and should last, well, it's a hard question. It's a hard question. A good website could last a really long time. The web itself is constantly changing.
Sure.
So it doesn't mean that you can create a website, just drop it in, and then have that website be effective forever, because everything around it is changing. But if you build the right website with really good, clear, strong calls to action, and you know what your business does, and you put the right kinds of language in, what you should be able to do is you should be able to keep your website for a long time if you make nice little adjustments every once in a while. Uploading every couple of years just a pile of new great images can make a website feel really fresh and really new, even though you didn't have to go to the work of completely redesigning or redeveloping your website. Now, if your business drastically changes, if something new happens, you might need to do a little bit more work in your website. But if you build the right tool on the front end, you should have the ability to make small incremental changes in that website to keep it fresh for a really long time.
Nice. What are some of your favorite things to see on a website? And what are some of your pet peeves when it comes to websites?
So, my very favorite thing to see, and not even like when I'm talking about websites that we build, just as a consumer, right? I am a consumer of the internet. When I show up somewhere and there are big, beautiful, loud photos of smiling faces, because I'm a human being, I gravitate towards smiling faces. This is a human condition thing. And so if you're showing me subliminally that people that engage with your brand have smiles that look like this, I like that. It's a normal kind of thing. So good, strong images is something that I really, really like. Because of how much time I personally spend in video, I love when maybe it doesn't need to be right away on the home page, although it can be a really smart thing to lead with video on a home page, but somewhere where they're giving me a kind of learner and consumer that really gravitates towards video. Give me a 2-minute video helping me fully understand everything that your website, like that I could learn on your website. Give it to me in a 2-minute video because that's just the kind of learner I am. And then for people that don't, my wife, she does not like video. So like if I want to learn a new recipe or something, I go to YouTube and I search for how do I do X, Y, and Z, and then I watch a whole bunch of videos, and then I'll send her a recipe, and me sending her a recipe is sending her a video. And this is worthless to her. It means nothing. She'll just always respond like, but where's the recipe? Like she needs, here's all the ingredients and here's how long the thing needs to be in the oven or whatever, right? We're just different. And on websites, you should give people who consume information like me, and then you should have maybe an FAQ section, something like that, where people who consume information like my wife does can go and read so that they can get their understanding of what you do. And then big, awesome, clear calls to action are super important. But I would say number one, give me big smiling faces. Give me good images.
Awesome. How about pet peeves? What drives you nuts?
Yeah, I would say, there are so many. There are so many pet peeves when it comes to websites. But
let's go top 3.
Top 3. Is this professional pet peeves or just as a consumer?
Ooh, this is so good.
Because they might be different.
I know. I actually like to hear your consumer side.
Yeah. When I can't figure out what you do, right? For some reason, someone sent this thing to me, but the kinds of
You're
information.
looking for a solution.
Yeah, I'm looking for an immediate solution. That solution could be what time does the thing start? Right. It could be really simple, but you can't navigate it easily, quickly in a kind of way that gives me that information. It's like sometimes we'll refer to information hierarchy. What's the most important thing, and how high up in the website does that thing show up, or how buried or how deep it is? So not being able to find really important information quickly, that would be a big pet peeve of mine. Because I consume the vast majority of my web stuff on the phone, websites that are still in 2026 are not optimized for phone. Your website really should be, rather than saying we're going to build a website for a computer and then we're going to figure out how to make it mobile friendly, I think you should go the other way. You should design websites for a phone and then make them friendly for desktops and laptops. So I would say that's number 2. And then I would say number 3 is, there might not be a number 3. I mean, those are the 2 really, really big ones.
Too many words?
Yeah, I would say that's that. Yeah, too many words, too much information. That feels like maybe a symptom of the first one.
Got it.
You've told me a whole bunch of stuff, but it's not the information that I actually need.
Not the right information. Okay, if you were going to give one single tip to a future client of ours about what they should do on their website, they don't have a budget for a whole rebuild, what are they doing?
Yeah, this is a really common thing. Sometimes people come to us and they'll say, like, I realize that my website isn't working. I know it's not working because I don't get any leads from it. The visits are down. No one is engaging with it, right? But I don't have the resources to do that. Or sometimes people come and they have the resources to do it, but the resources could be spent somewhere better, right? I love helping people understand that your website might not need a full, complete redo. You might need to just make a few small little tweaks on your website. And so really good, strong call to action, update some photos. I would say those 2 things, if you just do that with your existing website, maybe there are some other issues that are a little deeper and some of that kind of stuff. But if you could take your limited resources, because we all have limited resources, and put those towards a really powerful video or some sort of really fun marketing campaign on social or something, man, if you don't have to triage and like fix your website completely,
Right.
but you could actually do some of these other things here,
Yeah.
I think that sometimes that's smarter. And so I like telling people, just fix these little things, and you could be okay.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
That was awesome. Appreciate you joining us all today. If you ever need help with your brand, moving your business forward, or clarifying your message, please reach out. We'd love to have coffee.
Thanks, everybody. I do like coffee.